Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new here, and if you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for all your views and support. Now I just want to start with a little announcement and let you know that I've got a new Patreon page where I'll be putting exclusive content which is aimed towards spiritual guidance. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, in more guidance and also like empowering yourself and your spiritual gifts, that could be the place for you. There'll be a mixture of written content, videos, readings and meditation. So head over and take a look. The link is in the description box and the pinned comment. There'll also be extended readings on there, and I'm going to do an extended reading after this reading today, so they'll all be there. It's just, sort of one package, one place where they'll all be, to make it easier. So just thought I'd put that out there. Remember, it is a way to support me as well as a creator, so I can keep bringing you what you like, if you like it. I've been guided to do it because I also have seen for myself, but Spirit has sort of guided me and shown me that it's needed by the collective. So it might not be what you want, but it is what some people need. Just going to put that out there. Now, before this reading, what I was hearing was help people with their discernment. Knowing what's real, what's not, trusting your intuition. I'm doing this all for a reason, by the way. Sort of still doing what I do normally on the channel, but just including a bit more spiritual guidance. And the reason is I feel people are going to need it in the future. I've been having these visions of like some of these readings being watched in the future by people. So hello to those people if that's you. And just like really needing answers. So I've kind of time travelled, you could say. The reason I'm getting this as well is kind of linking to my last reading, where I was talking about my future predictions, AI, the introduction of chips in people, and the way that that could take over people, the mind, the intuition, so that people will be cut off from source and their intuition, their connection to the divine. That's why I'm just feeling this need now. It's very interesting the way these things come through to me, usually in advance. So I'm kind of feeling what's needed, maybe more in the future. Maybe not now. Fair enough. So, in terms of like AI, we've got a lot more AI content out there now. Not only stuff that's been written, but videos. I've seen them, videos popping up. I think I've been shown those for a reason on my YouTube feed, for example. And you can just hear from the voice, it's AI, robotic. Some of it doesn't even make sense. The subtitles you've got, what's written is not what was said, that kind of thing. It sometimes makes me chuckle. Now, some of them, by the way, are genuine. This is where people have got to start trusting their intuition, as I have. And I've noticed that some I'll click on. I'm kind of just testing it, actually. Click on and click off, because I know, oh, no, that one's not genuine. So that's one thing, discerning the truth, discerning what's a robot talking to you, what's a person, for example. And even if you are watching a person, so whether it's a reader, presenter, whatever it is, are they acting from the heart? Are they very empowered and awakened? Are they an inspiring leader? Or are they coming from a wounded place? because we see both of those out there as well, especially the spiritual community. Anyway, I'm not here to sort of name anyone. I wouldn't do that, but it's just things that I pick up on. I'm able to sort of take a step back and just look at things and discern. And so I feel that's causing some confusion in the collective for some people. What's real, what's not? Do any of you feel that yourselves? Do you feel stuck? Are you unsure? It could be that you're listening to the enemy in your ear, saying, oh, stay where you are, you're fine. Look, you've got a great job. You might even be people in your ear telling you this. But if you were to detach, go within, listen to your own inner voice and download from the divine, you would get the real answer. And I feel that the problem we've got in society with social media, AI now, and all these distractions is that people are not doing that anymore. They're not going within, they're not connecting to their angels, spirit guides, to God. They're not praying. We've got this detachment in society, and I'm seeing it happening more and more and more, as I said, and that's why I'm doing this. This guidance, it's for all of you. So anyway, just sort of putting that out there as the intro. Now let's just pull some cards as well for this reading. I'm using my new deck for the channel, which is Mystic Psyche Tarot. If you'd like to see all the cards in a walkthrough, I did one recently on my channel. If you're interested in the cards and you like them, they are beautiful images. So that's there as well to see. So, Spirit, what do you want to tell the collective today? The first card we had out was the Eight of Pentacles, and that's can speak about inner work, doing the inner work, going within, as I was saying before. And I read cards intuitively, by the way, the energy, not just the meaning. I'm being drawn to the heart here. And I'm seeing like it's wounded, it's also protected. People who have closed off their hearts and they don't want to go within and heal. It's too painful. So very protective energy in the collective coming through. The guidance is to be in this energy, the Queen of Wands. This is a very inspiring energy. This is someone who doesn't care what people think. I often get this card for myself, and so that's why I'm just chuckling. You know, if people don't like you, if they like you, whatever, you know, because that's their stuff, not yours. So like with me, for example, I'm being guided to just bring myself in. If I do, it's to just give an example. I know that some people click on and they click off, or they don't like something, they have to quickly go. They don't want to leave a comment, they don't want to, or they unsubscribe, you know, that's fine. That's their stuff, not me. It's nothing to do with my worth. That's their own stuff that's come up. I am a mirror. I sometimes trigger people. And so I'm being guided to say that because some of you might find the same thing. Do you find that you enter a room, I'm seeing it in the cards here, yeah, and someone leaves, see how he's going in the other direction, because you share your light, and also you bring out the shadows in others from your light. And the more you shine your light and feel very confident in what you say and what you do, the more you bring out those energies and the more they'll run as a result. So don't take it personally. Some of you might be wondering about that. Why do these things happen? You know, again, remember, it's not you. Unless something comes up for you within, it could, you know, they could be your mirror if you're feeling insecure and wondering, hey, why are all these people leaving my life? Or why is it I start a conversation and someone just walks out of the room? Well, they probably can't take what you're saying if you're sharing the truth. You're in the light, you're a light worker, divine being. Because I'm seeing that here. She's got all these colourful lights here. She's sharing with the world. And some people can't take that. It could even be something you say. Something else that came through to me before this reading is something you say and it triggers something in their soul where their soul knows it's true, but their ego says, I'm off. And off they go. And that could leave some of you feeling confused, you see, wondering, wow, am I doing the right thing? Should I follow them? Should I do what they're doing? Should I listen to them? And you're being guided with this card to just go within, do the inner work. The more you do that, the more you empower yourself to be in this Queen of Wands energy. It's a very empowered energy that can manifest. You forge your own path ahead. Be creative, be unique. Wow, so we've really got here quite a strong message coming through in these cards. But also for you, the viewer, this Knight of Swords card can show determination. He's got his sword there. He wants to share the truth. He or she, by the way, there's no gender in tarot. Someone who has goals and may go after their goals. They speak the truth. Cut through confusion with the sword as well. But see, in this card there are the swirls there in the background, indicating confusion and distraction. Chaos. So that could be, as I said, that's what I was picking up on for some of you that's around you. Chaos, confusion, distraction. But with a disciplined mind, focused mind, and the strength of the horse here, you can charge forward and leave those energies behind. So making quick decisions as well. This is a very fast energy. It's the fastest knight in the deck. That's what you'll be able to do if you're in this empowered energy and you've done the inner work. You've listened to the guidance within and from your guides. Also in this card, behind the heart, we've got a sun, indicating passion, you know, your creative vision, going after what you're passionate about. This could be your soul calling, something you're being guided to do, with a star, your true north. And the sun represents strength, courage, inner light. To maintain your position, you know, even if you're confronted by those dark energies that are trying to invade your mind, distract you, for example. Now, the bottom of the deck, we've got the Nine of Cups. We've got a halo around this person showing enlightenment, self-confidence. in this person achieving their desires. And that's what I feel a lot of you could do if you follow this guidance that's come through. Or maybe this is on your mind. There's something you want to do. You know, your soul calling, whatever it is that lights you up, your true north, what you're meant to do. You can do it. I'm also getting like an independent energy here coming through, so maybe going it alone. 9 is the number of the hermit for going with him as well, which I've mentioned in this reading. Yeah, and we've got the star there for healing, doing the inner work, healing, purging, releasing, reflect, repent. You know, it's those who reflect deeply and have gone through very difficult stages in their lives that come out like that, like the star, able to guide others. That's what a lot of you are. And I'm seeing this like a crossroads in this card, which is kind of the energy that I felt for this reading. And there's the star though, you see, the North Star, guiding you towards your destiny, your soul calling. Maybe being a leader, inspiring leader, someone who's healed though. So back to what I was saying before about trusting your intuition. This links, because remember I said that some people out there, I will include spiritual people, the spiritual community, whether it's here on YouTube or wherever it is. Some are still healing. It doesn't mean they're not spiritual. It doesn't mean they're not on their spiritual journey. A lot of them are. But unfortunately, for some of them, it's all about them. It's their story. And they're luring people in. And it's amazing how many people get drawn in as well. I've seen it. I've been shown it. Again, I'm not naming anyone in particular. And I feel the people that are drawn in are actually needing healing as well. It's like they see a mirror in that person. So they are in fact the star reversed that they're watching. Someone who's not fully awakened and healed. They're not in that empowered energy. They've got their own healing they're still doing. And these people, these supporters are coming along. Maybe they're all healing together. You know, but at the same time it's a bit toxic, isn't it? Because if that person is talking maybe 50% or more about themselves, because I just wanted to share, I know I bring myself into readings sometimes, but it's usually for an example and just to show I'm human, you know, I'm not just a robot. But if they're talking 50% or more of the reading about themselves, they've probably got a lot of inner work that they need to do, and instead of doing it, going away, being the hermit and doing it, and then coming out to the world like the star, instead they're sharing their stuff with people and drawing people into their own world, which is all about them. That's the ego that people are watching. You know, talking about, oh, they thought their reading or whatever video was brilliant, but some people didn't think so, and what do you think, and blah blah blah. So it's all about them, isn't it? How's that helping the collective with their journey? How is that being a spiritual teacher? It's not. What I'm doing in this reading, I'm not saying this to big myself up, but just trying to show it as an example, is I'm trying to help you empower yourselves, which I do in my readings. That's my mission. So just food for thought there. Have a think about who you watch, who you're drawn to. What are they sharing? What are they saying? Is it all about them? Do you think they have a gift? If they're psychic. Again, I'm not saying they don't, but same thing, they could be learning. They're still learning as they go. kind of thing, if that makes sense. And they're sort of bringing people along with them. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that because that really came through before this reading. It's mainly about trusting your intuition, using your discernment. And if you do feel confusion, your guidance is to do the work, whether you do it alone, with a therapist, educate yourself. As I said about the guidance I'm offering, the extra guidance, if that interests you, that's why I'm doing it for you all. And then, you know, this being the last card, I'm seeing this as empowering with the horse for strength and triumph. And the sword there cutting through all of that confusion. You're like, no, no, no. You'll just know really quickly, even when you meet people face to face, you know, you might see the mask slip for a moment and you're like, ego. You know, you'll be able to sort of trust or not trust more easily, let's say. So I really hope this has helped. For those of you that were drawn to this, you were probably drawn to the title for a reason. If it doesn't resonate, then that's fine. You know, that either means you're not ready for the message or maybe you don't need it. Fair enough. But if it did resonate, I'm really happy to hear that. Please do let us know as well in the comments. Remember, you're all in this together. You can also help each other in the comments. And as I said, I'm going to do an extended now over on my Patreon, following on from this with further guidance for you all if this resonated with you. So the link to my Patreon is in the pinned comment and the description box below. So I'll do these readings and extended as and when, and there will be other exclusive content on there as well for members for extra guidance. It's all ad-free as well, which is another perk. So see some of you over there if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe. If you feel there's someone who might need this, please share it with them, for example, if it might help them. Thank you all for being here. I'll be back soon to do another reading. Sending peace, love and light to you all.